Hi, my name's Allie King, owner of Sassafras Flowers. Welcome to my studio where we bring flowers to life through wedding bouquets. Today we're going to build and create a bouquet for a bride, and I'm going to show you how to personalize it. For our vintage bouquet today, we're going to be using some white peonies, some of these peach David Austin roses, they're called Juliet, some cream Vendella roses, ranunculus in the apricot variety, some peach spray roses, white freesia, and to fill in we'll use a little bit of wax flower, coffee berry, and seeded eucalyptus. We're going to start with your peonies. I like to start with 3. If we feel the need to add more, we can. And then you'll take your large, fragrant, beautiful roses and basically place them in between each bloom. So we've got a round shape. We want to make sure everything looks very even. So then we're going to add the cream Vendella roses. Just sort of butt them in next to the peach spray. Alright, so we've gotten this far. Then I'm going to start to add in our filler flower. Ranunculus are really fragile, so you have to be careful with them and make sure that they're supported. Alright, so we're here. And then we're going to add in our small filler flower, the peach spray roses. We're still just kind of building out and around. And you just cluster them all together, make sure they're all even. And this also provides support for those ranunculus that are so fragile. And with the freesia, it has a little bit of this stem coming off. It sort of gives you a whimsical sort of look, a little more texture so everything's not so tucked in. And if you want, you can break off these little green pieces and use them separately just to add a little more texture. Don't feel like you have to use the whole stem. And I'm going to stick this one down the middle so that it's not just on the outsides, but it's also throughout the entire bouquet on the top too. Okay. Alright, so at this point we've got a really full, beautiful, packed to the gills kind of look. And then that's where we start to add the filler flower to just finish it off before we tape it off. And we're done. So you'll just take these little bitty clusters and just stick them in here and there. It gives a nice texture, it gives some visual interest, but it also fills in the gaps where we don't see a lot of stem. Okay, so we've got berries, the wax flower, we're totally full, and then the seeded eucalyptus has this really nice draping effect, and so we'll just grab little sprigs, I've already cut them short, and just kind of finish it off at the bottom, and it helps to lay really nicely over the bride's wrist. And some girls like their seeded eucalyptus longer, and if you do, it'll drape down further. It's just all about preference and taste. Alright, so there's your bridal bouquet. We're going to wrap it up and then we'll add all of the special elements. Alright, so you want to go ahead and wrap your stems with tape, secure them really well, cut them all evenly on the bottom, and we may go back and recut if we need to. For this bride, we're going to do a peach base, and I've just got some peach satin ribbon. You can pick some up at Hobby Lobby. I get mine at the wholesale. I'm going to wrap it, and I'm just going to put just a little dab of hot glue. Pull it over, press down, make sure it's good and secure. Then we're going to cut off the excess. And then I just got a piece of lace trim to give us our vintage look. Just hold it on there and wrap, pull it really tight. And I always think it's really pretty when there's lots of layers and lots of creases and pleats. Once again, that's totally preference. So if that's not your style, you don't have to do that. Alright, so we have the stems wrapped in lace, and now we're going to grab these super cool pearl embellishment, and you can use as many or as little as you want. It depends on how much bling you want. And they're just on little wire stems. Stick them down in here, down into the thick part of where the stems are so that they're not visible. Okay. And one more right in the middle. So you're all embellished, and we've got pearl accents, and we're wrapped in lace, and we're Marie Antoinette. We're ready to go. It was a pleasure having you in my studio. I hope that I've given you lots of ideas and given you inspiration for your big day. Thank you.